హలో స్టూడెంట్స్, వెల్కమ్ టు ఎస్వి టెక్నాలజీ. ఈ వీడియోలో నేను బీటెక్ సబ్జెక్ట్ ప్లస్ ఇంటర్వ్యూస్కి వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ అయిన డేటా స్ట్రక్చర్స్ అండ్ ఆల్గారిథం కోర్స్ని స్టార్ట్ చేయబోతున్నాను. ఈ వీడియో సిరీస్లో మీకు బీటెక్కి సంబంధించిన డేటా స్ట్రక్చర్ మొత్తము అలాంగ్ విత్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ ప్రిపరేషన్ కూడా ఇస్తామన్నమాట. సో ప్లీజ్ డూ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ టు మై ఛానల్ అండ్ సపోర్ట్ మీ. సపోర్ట్ చేస్తే ఇలాంటి మరిన్ని వీడియోస్ నేను చేయడానికి ప్రయత్నిస్తాను. ఫస్ట్ we should know what is data structure. So coming to the definition, name itself saying data and structure means in what structure we are arranging the data. Okay, so మనం డేటాని ఒక సిస్టమాటిక్ మేనర్లో అరేంజ్ చేయాలి. సో ఆ సిస్టమాటిక్ మేనర్స్ ఏముంటాయంటే చాలా ఉంటాయి, నేను చెప్తాను తర్వాత. సో సింపుల్ డెఫినేషన్, డేటా స్ట్రక్చర్ ఈజ్ ఏ systematic way to organize data in order to use it efficiently. సో ఆర్గనైజేషన్ ఆఫ్ డేటా అనేది ఎందుకు సిస్టమాటిక్ గా చేయాలి అంటే మనం యూజ్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఎఫిషియెంట్ గా ఉండడానికి. సో ఏ డేటా స్ట్రక్చర్ ఈజ్ ఏ కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ డేటా వాల్యూస్, ద రిలేషన్షిప్ అమాంగ్ దెమ్ అండ్ ద ఫంక్షన్స్ ఆర్ ఆపరేషన్స్ దట్ కెన్ బి అప్లైడ్ టు డేటా. సో ఏ డేటా స్ట్రక్చర్ ఇంక్లూడ్ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్. డేటా వాల్యూస్ ఉంటాయి అందులో, అండ్ ఫంక్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి, అండ్ ఆపరేషన్స్ ఉంటాయి, అండ్ అవన్నీ కూడా దేని మీద మనం అప్లై చేస్తాము అంటే సింపుల్ డేటా మీద అప్లై చేస్తాం. సో మనం అప్లై చేసే ఫంక్షన్స్, ఆపరేషన్స్, డేటా వాల్యూస్ ఆల్ దీస్ ఒక ఆర్డర్డ్ మేనర్లో ఉంటే, ఒక సిస్టమాటిక్ వేలో ఉంటే దాన్ని మనం ఏమంటాం, డేటా స్ట్రక్చర్ అని అంటాం. ఈ డేటా స్ట్రక్చర్ మనకి ఎందుకు అంటే డేటాని ఎఫిషియెంట్గా యూజ్ చేసుకోవడానికి యూజ్ అవుతుంది. Data structure is a way of collecting and organizing data in such a way that we can perform operations on this data in an efficient way. Just now have said that only. For example, we can store a list of items having the same data type using the array data structure. So if you know basics of C language, you know that already what is an array. So simple, an array is the collection of similar data items which is stored in continuous memory locations. సో అంటే ఏం చేస్తున్నాం, సేమ్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ డేటా ఉన్నాయన్నీ కూడా ఒక దగ్గర లిస్ట్ లాగా మనం చేసేసి దాన్ని అరే అంటున్నాం. సో ఇది సింపుల్ డెఫినేషన్ ఫర్ డేటా స్ట్రక్చర్. సో హియర్ వి నో దట్ వాట్ ఈస్ డేటా. డేటా ఈజ్ ఏ కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ నెంబర్స్, alphabets and symbols combined to represent information. So in simple format, a data is a raw collection of facts. Okay, a data is a raw collection of facts. So if you process that data, that will become information. So data is collection of numbers, alphabets, symbols combined to represent the information. So in simple form, I am saying that data is a raw facts and information is a processed data. So coming to the classification of data structure. So organizing the data will be in different types. So data structures are generally classified into two major types. One is primitive data structure. Second one is non-primitive data structure. So in primitive data structure, we can see a real, integer, character and boolean. Indirectly I am saying that in primitive data structure you will have primitive data type related data. Okay, real numbers, integers, characters or strings and boolean data, true or false. So coming to the non-primitive, we have mainly two classification. One is linear data structure, one is non-linear data structure. So you know that what is linear data structure. Earlier we know that in C language array. Array is one of the best example for linear data structure. So next, stack, queue, linked list. All this comes under linear data structure. So linear data structure అంటే ఏం లేదు, డేటా అనేది లీనియర్ గా స్టోర్ అవుతుంది, ఒక సీక్వెన్స్ లో స్టోర్ అవుతుంది, ఒక ఆర్గనైజ్డ్ మేనర్ లో స్టోర్ అవుతుంది. అలా స్టోర్ అయిన డేటాని మనం ఏమంటాం, లీనియర్ డేటా స్ట్రక్చర్ అని అంటాము. ఓకే, కమింగ్ టు ద నాన్ లీనియర్. నాన్ లీనియర్ మీన్స్ ట్రీస్ అండ్ గ్రాఫ్స్. The data will store in the form of trees and graphs, then it is called as non-linear data structure. Okay, so వీటన్నిటి గురించి కూడా మనం ఈ ఎంటైర్ సిరీస్ లో విత్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ విత్ ఆల్గరిథమ్స్ డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ operations performed on these data structures we will discuss entire video series. So coming to the primitive data type. So you know that what is primitive? Primitive means primary data are only single values. They have not special capabilities. So integer means number 5 is an integer. It doesn't have any special capability to represent. 5 should be represented as 5 only. Next, a primitive data type is one that fits the base architecture of the underlying computer such as integer and float. Okay, the example of primitive data type are integer, long, float, double, character. All these comes under primitive data type. Indirectly basic data type in C language will become here primary or primitive data type in data structure. Example, integer, long, float and double. Coming to the non-primitive data type, it has something else than primitive data type. It has some speciality. Okay, so array structure or class is known as the non-primitive data type. So in array we are not representing only one data value. In array we are representing a sequence of data values. Okay, the data type that are divided from primary data types are known as non-primitive data type. The non-primitive data types are used to store the group of values. So as I said, here we are not storing the single value, we are storing the group of the values, okay, which have some proper arrangement. Okay, example of non-primitive data type is array, structure, union, linked list, stacks and queue. So you know that already array, structure, union in C language. If you have learnt the C language, you are familiar with array, structure, union and linked list. Okay, stacks, queues, linked list, all this we will learn here in data structures. Non-primitive data structures are further classified into linear and non-linear. As we seen in the first diagram classification, non-primitive data type is divided into two types. Mali dani two types ka divide chesaru. One is linear data structure, one is non-linear data structure. So if you come to linear data structure, what are the examples? Array, stack, queue and linked list. If you take the non-linear data structures, what are the example? Tree and graph. So what is the difference between linear data structure and non-linear data structure? We will see here. So the main difference is arrangement. Okay, so the data structure where data elements are arranged sequentially or linearly and each element is attached to its previous and next adjacent to the element called linear data structure. In simple way, if we take array, this is our array. So I have taken some letter or some data M here. So it is attached to the previous element and the next element. Okay, so definitely if you know the M, you can know easily M plus 1 means the next element and M minus 1 the previous element easily. So why? Because it is linear, one after another in the sequential form. That's why we are easy to find out. If you know one data value, entire series you can find easily. In linear data structure, single level is involved. Therefore, we can traverse all the elements in single run only. If you want to search any element or if you want to traverse from starting to ending of the array, you can search easily one by one. Coming to the non-linear data structure, name itself saying that it is non-linear, which is not linear. So the data structure where data elements are not arranged sequentially or linearly, called nonlinear data structure. So in nonlinear data structure, single level is not involved. Okay. Therefore, we can traverse all the elements in single run only. So we cannot traverse all the elements in single run only. Why? Because it is not in single level. Suppose if you take tree, so this is our root of the tree. Tree can have any number of children. So like this. So it has three levels. This is 0 level, this is 1 level, and this is 2 level, and this is 3 level. So if you want to search any element, or if you want to traverse through this tree data structure, it is not possible in single run. Okay. Nonlinear data structures are not easy to implement in comparison to linear data structure. So compared to linear data structure, constructing or implementing nonlinear data structure is difficult. Why? Because in linear data structure you can traverse easily and you can implement only single level. But in nonlinear data structure you cannot implement single level. That's why it is very difficult to implement. Example, trees and graphs. So operations on data structure. So if you take any data structure, on the data structure you can perform following operations. Suppose if you take array, or if you take linked list, or if you take tree, graph, anything, you have to perform these operations. One is traversing. So what is traversing? Accessing each data item exactly once. Okay, from starting to ending you have to visit each data element at least once in your traverser. Okay. Next, searching. So if you want to find any location of any data item with given key value, it is possible using searching algorithm. And is inserting. So what is mean by inserting? You know that already. Inserting is a mechanism where you can add any element or any new data item into the structure, either linear or non-linear. So next, after inserting, we'll discuss about deleting. So what is mean by deleting? So deleting means removing already existing item from the structure. Okay. Next, sorting. Sorting means arranging those items or arranging data items in any logical format, logical order, like either ascending order or descending order or any given series of order. Okay. Next, merging. So merging means combining data items of two sorted records into the one record. So suppose I have two arrays. Okay. If I want to add these two arrays, they should be in sort. After that I can add. So this mechanism is called merging. Merging means simple adding two different sorted arrays or two different sorted data structures into one, means combining. So this is all the basics of data structure. Please stay tuned to my channel. In next video I am going to say you how algorithm is formed, what is algorithm, what are the steps in algorithm, and what are the characteristics of algorithm. All this I will discuss in our next class. Please do subscribe to my channel and support me.